Hey everyone, I'm Stacey Brewer, and welcome to our series Decoded. So, today we're getting into why an often ignored fruit sitting right there in your local produce section is secretly nature's most powerful, accessible multivitamin. We spend so much time and money searching for the perfect, expensive supplement, but the biology we actually need, well, it actually might just be hiding inside a weird, fuzzy little package. But let's be honest. When was the last time you actually bought a kiwi? I mean, we often walk right past this fuzzy little underdog in the grocery store. I mean, most of us are apple people or we're banana people. We stick to the familiar fruits with smooth skins that we've known since kindergarten. The kiwi usually just sits there looking kind of like that furry little tennis ball, and we don't quite know what to do with it. But today we're totally changing that because skipping the kiwi means you're missing out on a massive biological advantage. So let's start with chapter 1, nature's ultimate multivitamin. So let's peel back these layers, figuratively speaking, and look at the massive nutrient payload packed into this tiny fruit. Okay, let's look at this impressive lineup. We're talking about vitamin C, vitamin E, vitamin K, potassium, and folate. When you list them out like that, it literally sounds like the label on the back of some fancy over-the-counter vitamin pill. But here's the kicker. In a kiwi, they all work perfectly together in a natural, highly absorbable format. For example, the Cleveland Clinic points out that rich potassium content directly supports blood pressure, meaning it actively helps to lower it. Meanwhile, vitamins K and E, along with folate, are working behind the scenes to heavily support your overall heart function. Now, to really understand the kiwi's power, let's flash back to high school chemistry for just a second and talk about oxidative stress. Think of oxidative stress like rust on a car. Over time, the elements just slowly eat away at the metal. Well, the exact same thing happens to our cells. But kiwis, they are absolutely packed with antioxidants. These act like premium industrial strength rust remover for your body, cleaning up that cellular damage. Plus, because kiwi is high in fiber and low glycemic, it helps keep blood sugar steady. This is a massive win for diabetics, who are especially vulnerable to the damage caused by this cellular rust. And look, a healthy body absolutely starts in the gut. Now, you've probably heard of probiotics a million times, but the kiwi is packed with prebiotics. Let's define this super simply. Prebiotics are a specific type of dietary fiber that acts as food, or basically fuel, for the healthy bacteria that are already hanging out in your gut. By eating a kiwi, you are literally feeding the good guys in your microbiome. You're building a much more resilient, rock-solid digestive system. What's wild is how fast-acting this is. Dr. William Lee, a highly respected physician, points out that thanks to the incredibly high vitamin C content and potent anti-inflammatory properties, you don't have to wait months to see results. Literally, all it takes is one single kiwi, and within 24 hours, you will physically feel the difference in your body's inflammation levels and overall energy. I mean, as far as biological returns on investment go, that is pretty amazing. So let's move on to chapter 2, supercharging sleep. Now, beyond vitamins and gut health, this fruit has a seriously surprising superpower. It's an incredible natural remedy for insomnia. Yep, and this is a jaw-dropping data point from some extensive nutritional studies. Researchers found that people who ate just a kiwi or two about an hour before going to bed gained exactly 1 extra hour of sleep. 1 whole extra hour. So for anyone there struggling to hit that sweet spot of 7 to 8 hours a night, Making a kiwi your bedtime snack could honestly be a game changer for you. Now, you're probably wondering, how on earth does a piece of fruit actually put me to sleep? The answer is serotonin. Serotonin is that chemical messenger in your brain that regulates mood and, crucially, your sleep cycles. And it turns out kiwi naturally contains serotonin. It's the biological key that unlocks that dramatic improvement in sleep quality. It's just a perfect example of how something so small can deliver such a massive biological punch. Next, let's talk about the green versus gold showdown. This is where you can get a little fun rivalry because our hero actually has a secret identity: the golden kiwi. If you haven't been paying close attention in the produce aisle, there are actually two main players here. One side, you've got the classic green kiwi, bright emerald green on the inside. Tiny black seeds, firmer, kind of fibrous flesh, and a real tart, tangy flavor. On the other side, the gold kiwi. This one is vibrant, yellow inside with even smaller seeds. It's softer, way juicier. The taste is completely different. It's super sweet and tropical. Honestly, almost like a cross between a mango and a pineapple. But it's not just a taste test. It's a nutritional face-off. The green kiwi takes the gold, if you will, for fiber, packing about 3 grams compared to the gold's 1.4. The green is also loaded with lutein, which is absolutely essential for protecting your eyes. But the gold kiwi hits back hard. It boasts nearly double the vitamin C with 161 milligrams compared to 92 in the green. It also has higher levels of folate and vitamin E. So which one is better? Honestly, just get both. Toss the tart green ones in your smoothies since they last longer, and slice up those sweet gold ones for a snack. Now let's move on to how we can hack your kiwi. Let's lay out the exact biological rules for unlocking this fruit's absolute full potential. To get the maximum benefit of this natural multivitamin, you really want to use these 3 hacks. Step 1. Pair it with fats. Remember that vitamin E and K we talked about? Those are fat soluble, which is just a fancy way of saying your body can only absorb them if you eat them with some fat. So grab a handful of walnuts or a slice of avocado with your kiwi. Now, step 2, and I need for my women to pay attention to this. Pair your kiwi with iron. This is huge, especially for women dealing with low iron. That massive dose of vitamin C in the kiwi acts like a catalyst, making your body absorb iron from other foods way more effectively. This builds up your blood count and helps prevent anemia. And finally, step 3. Well, let's look at this shocking final mandate. I know it sounds crazy, but don't peel your kiwi. You have to eat the fuzzy skin. Most of us treat kiwi like an orange or toss the peel, but biologically, you need to treat it exactly like an apple. The skin is 100% edible, and more importantly, that is where a massive chunk of that gut-healing prebiotic fiber actually lives. Yes, the texture is super weird at first, but if you want the full benefits, you eat the skin. Actually, if the fuzz is a total deal breaker for you, here's the ultimate cheat code. Just toss that entire unpeeled kiwi right into your blender and make a smoothie. You won't even notice the texture in the smoothie, but your gut will definitely thank you for the fiber. So the big question we're left with is this: are you ready to trade your expensive, sometimes chalky, multivitamin pill for this fuzzy little underdog? We've seen how it cleans up your cellular rust, feeds your good gut bacteria, boosts your blood count, and can literally buy an extra hour of sleep, according to the studies. The kiwi is a tiny biological marvel, just hiding in plain sight at the grocery store. So next time you're there, don't just walk past it. Grab a green one, grab a gold one, and feel the difference for yourself. Thank you for joining me for this episode of Decoded, and keep exploring the amazing science hiding in your everyday life. And don't forget, the information shared in this video is for educational and informational purposes only. It is not intended as medical advice. Always consult with a qualified healthcare professional before making significant changes to your diet, especially if you have underlying health conditions like allergies or are taking any type of medication.